Welcome to the Orange Rush Fancast, and I'm your host of the Broncos. Let's get into it. Miles Scott's chances of making the Denver Broncos 53-man roster are currently high for a seventh-round pick, primarily due to his versatility and the thin depth in the safety room. Selected 246 overall in the 2026 NFL Draft, he is viewed as a high football IQ player who can contribute immediately on special teams while he develops his safety skills. While being a seventh-round selection often puts a player on roster bubbles, Broncos GM George Paton and coach Sean Payton have labeled Scott an OKG, our kind of guy, citing his physicality and intelligence. Scouts from the Denver Broncos highlighted him as a thumper who plays with the anticipation of a veteran despite only switching to safety in 2023. Scott enters the safety room anchored by starters Talanoa Hufanga and Brandon Jones. However, the depth behind them is considered thin, leaving the door open for Scott to compete with J.L. Skinner, Devon Key, and Tyson Anderson for a backup role. J.L. Skinner currently dealing with a shoulder injury. Tyson Anderson signed primarily for his special teams prowess. Scott's background as a wide receiver at Illinois gives him a unique edge in coverage. He recorded 7 career interceptions and is noted for his route runner's perspective, which helps him sort through and jump passing concepts. The offensive brain on a defensive frame makes him an ascending talent that the Broncos may be hesitant to expose to the waiver wire by placing him on the practice squad. For a late-round rookie, the fastest path to the 53-man roster is through special teams. Coach Payton specifically mentioned Scott's special teams flex and his ability to be a lifter, not a puller, in the locker room. If Scott can outperform veterans like Devon Key in the preseason coverage and return units, his spot on the final 53-man roster is likely secured. Despite his football IQ, Scott does have some athletic limitations that could affect his standing. Clocked a 4.62 seconds in a 40-yard dash, which is considered ordinary for an NFL safety. Offsetting this speed is a 6-foot, 203-pound frame and a 37.5-inch vertical jump. He showed significant improvement in his tackling angles in 2025, which is critical for a Denver defense that values safety involvement in the run game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I kind of like that pick. I think this pick was really a sneaky good pick. Yes, sir. Go Broncos.